Okay, so let's do one more thing in the linked list. This is my head, and this is what is called as first element in the head, for example, number 13. Then we have another element in the linked list, that is 5. Another element in linked list, that is 4. Another element in the linked list, 1. Now, generally this points to null. But if somehow this 1 points to 13, then what will happen? 13 points to 5, 5 points to 4, 4 points to 1, 1 point to 13. Again 13 points to 5, 5 points to 4. There will be continuous flow of the chain from one point to another. And this linked list is called the circular linked list. Circular. Now, when you go through this linked list, how will you say that it is circular? That is what we are trying to do now. So the problem is, there is one linked list. We have to prove whether this linked list is circular or no. Okay, so that is what the idea is. Now how we have to do? I will create two variables. One is called the fast and one is called the slow. I will move slow to 1 time and I will move fast to 2 times. 1, 2. Okay, let's build it again. It's very so this is my linked list. This is pointing to this one. So this is my fast here and this is my slow here. Slow will jump 1 time, fast will jump 2 times. Slow will jump 1 time. Now fast has to jump 2 times. Where will he after his jumping? This is 13, 5, 4, 2. Now fast is here. Okay, slow jump 1 time, but fast has to jump 2 times. So at which point the fast will be after 2 times when jump here? There is no null. I said this is pointing to 13 number. So after first time, this 13. Now tell me, 4, 5, 2. Now fast will jump 2 times. Where will he be now? If I jump 2 times, where will he be? 5. Correct. And slow will jump 1 time. Now again, fast will jump 2 times. Where will he be after 2 times? 13. 1 and 2. Where will be slow? He's already at 4. So it will be at 5. He's already at 4. Slow is here. Now fast is here. It went here. And then it went again to here. Now fast will move 2 times again. Where will be again now? 5. And slow will jump to this one. Now again fast will jump 2 times. Where will he be? 13. Right. 1 and 2. And slow will be at which point? 13. Now slow and fast are at the same point. So anytime if you see slow is equal to fast, then it is a circular linked list. Okay, so that is the idea. So now let's try to work this in a practical way. I will create a node and it has the value and the next equal to null. And node will be this dot wall equal to wall, and this dot next equal to next. So this is the node creation which we do every time. Now I'll create a function linked list, and I will create right now this dot head equal to null. Then what I will do, this dot push. If you remember how we did push, I will not do any other function, only the push function, which I will copy from our linked list class. The push is, if head is not there, we create a node and put it to head, and then I go to the current with this head and I loop through the current, and in the final part I see current dot next equal to new node. So this is what we have to do for the push. Okay. So this is my push. Now okay, so this is my push. Now I'll create one linked list. I'll say var list equal to new linked list. Then I'll try to push few items. List dot push equal to 13. List dot push equal to 5. List dot push equal to 4. List dot push equal to 2. I will check the list. We have the head which points to 13, then 5, then 4, then 2, then null. Okay, so this is my list. Now I'll create another function name as circular, and I will pass the head, this head. I'll pass the head inside it, and here I have to write the function whether it is a circular or not, and here I will call that circular, and I will pass this list dot head in that function, and I will assign to some label. Now we have to find whether this result is circular or not. This list is circular or not. Okay, right now whatever I put here, whether it's a circular or not. What do you think? So whatever I put right now with this information, what do you think? Is it circular or no? No. No is the correct answer because 2 is pointing to null. 2 is not pointing to 13. 2 is pointing to null. Even if 2 points to 5, then also it is circular because after 2, 5 will come, after 5, 4 will come, after 4, 2 will come. Again, after 2, 5 will come. So it does not necessarily mean that 2 should point to 13, then only it's a circular. Circular means 2 can point to any of the previous one. Okay, so the definition of circular is 2 should not necessarily point to 13, 2 can point to 4 also. Then circle will go like this. Okay, so definitely does not think that it should only point to the first, then only it's a circular. But right now it is 2 is pointing to null, so this is not circular. So if I call the circular function, this will give me the false. But if I create another variable, for example, x equal to one second. If I create another variable x equal to, okay, before going further, I will just modify this function little bit, otherwise it will not work. I will not be able to create the circular list. Okay, so this is my node and this is my push. Whenever I do push, I will not return empty thing. I will return this new node. So I will say var new node is equal to new node val and null. So whenever I assign to head also, I will assign this new node, this one, and I will return new node which I created just now. Here also I will assign the new node here and I will return that new node because we need that new node. So push is not only pushing it, but it is returning a new node. Okay, that is what the change is. Now I will create list again. I will say list start push 13. Now see it is returning. List dot push 5. List dot push 4. List dot push 2. Now I will create one more list. Let x equal to list dot push, for example 1. So we got the x, which is the value of 1. But what I will do, I will say x dot next is equal to the 30 number. So I'll say x dot next equal to list dot head. Head is the 30 number. That's what I will point to. Now if I want to check the list has the 30 number, then 5 number, then 4, after 4 2, after 2 1, after 1 we again start with the 13, then 5, then 4, then 2, then 1, then again 13, then 5. It will never end. You can go on going it. 1 and then 13 again. Again it will start. So this is the circular list because it will never end. Okay, so we are going round and round and round. You can go infinite times. Okay, so this is the circular list. See how deep I can go. Now we have to prove whether this is the circular or not. So the function which I just now created will fill that function. So I will create a function circular, and if this list is circular, then I will return true, and if it is not, then I will return false. So I am passing the head inside this list. Now let's see. If there is no head, what should I return? Yes, last node points to not only the first node, can be any node, but in my example it is first node. Last node can point to any of the node, but right now I am pointing to the first node. That is means circular. Circular means it can point any of the node. It can point 5, 4, 2 also. So last node can point to any of the previous node. Then it is a circular. But for in our example, we are pointing to 13. Okay, so this, if there is no head, return false because it is not circular. Okay, then I have to create two variables. Can anyone create two variables and tell me how can I create two variables? Okay, what will be the value of fast and slow? Initially, what will be the value of fast and slow? Fast equal to head, correct. Initially, we gave both of them to head. Now we have to loop through. we have to loop as we were doing in the midpoint. How to loop it? We have to loop by saying while if we have fast.next and fast.next.next, then we will loop it. Okay. And if we don't have fast.next, that means it is not circular and we return false. So if we don't have, if we go out of the while loop, that means we don't have fast.next and fast.next next. Means either of this is not existed. That means it is not circular, and I can return true or false. False, because that means fast.next does not exist or fast.next.next does not exist. So we return false. So we have to write some logic here. So at one point it becomes true. Now how to write down that logic here? So here I will say I will move slow one time and I will move fast two times. I will say slow equal to slow dot next. And I will say fast equal to fast dot next. And here I will do console.log to see what we are seeing it. Okay, here I will put console.log to see what we are getting for slow and fast. I will say slow.wall. And now as I explained you here, at one point fast is equal to slow. When fast is equal to slow, then that means it is a circular loop. So here I will put one condition which makes it true. I will say if slow is equal to fast, that means both are at the same point. Then that means it is circular list. Then I will return true. Rest in all case, it will return false. Now we will run this and we will see at each step what the value of slow, what is the value of fast. And at one point both will be the same and it will come out. Okay. Okay, I have to go fast two times, sorry. So this one is not correct. Let me write it down again. So fast should go two times. Sorry, this is my mistake. Fast should go two times. Otherwise, both are at the same position in the first step and we are getting result immediately, which is not right. So fast will go two times, slow will go one time. Okay, now first time slow is 5, fast is 4. Slow is 4, fast is 1. Slow is 2, fast is 5. Slow is 1, fast is 2. At one point slow is 13, fast is also 13. The result is true. Because both are the same at one point, so it is a circular list. So you should write down the circular list in somewhere your code. I will put it here. And before that, I will put this linked list. In linked list, I only need push. So I'll delete all others for this exercise. And push also, I told you we have to create new node as another variable. And I will return this new node. I don't need any other function. And I will create list 3, 4, 5, and then again I will create let x equal to list.push of 2. I will say x.next equal to list.head. And I'll delete this one. Okay, then I create circular function and run it. And let's see again. Okay, so we are getting same thing. Here result is true. So why is the problem? Okay, so it is giving me problem here because it's saying that both are same node. So maybe I will create this inside it as a separate, and outside I will create a new node 2. I will return this as a 2 to keep the name separate. Okay, so just write the circular part only now. This part I will give you in the Telegram chat. Telegram group, I will give this part, but you should write down. You should write down this one now. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to write it down. Kate, you're right. I by mistake put fast start next. Okay, so let's do one more problem now. Okay, so this is today is the last day we are doing the linked list. From next time we will start the stacks and queues. Okay, so I will give you one more problem on the linked list, and now that problem is like we have the circular. Now another problem is called a duplicate. Deleting the deleting duplicate node. So for example, if I have the linked list like this is the head. So we have some nodes here, and this is null. For example, we have 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, and null. Okay, so this is my list, and I have to delete all the duplicate atom. Like this one is 2. That means I need only 1. I want to delete this one. So this 2 is also 2 times. So I will delete this also, and I will take 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is the task for this one. So to do that, I have to take two variables, two pointers. One is called the current, and another one is called the next. Next will be initially null, and the current will point to head. So this is the idea. Current will point to head, and next is initially null. So this is something initialization. In the initialization, we'll make current equal to head and next equal to null. And I will create one object as we do in our normal JavaScript. In this object, we will be trying to put each value, and if it already exists, then we will do something, and if it does not exist, then we will do something. So I will put 1 equal to true, then I will put 2 equal to true, then I'll put 3 equal to true, then I will check, oh, 3 is already exist here, so I will do something so that I should not take this one. Then I will go to 2 and I will check 2 is already here, so I will take 2 also, and I will take 4 and I'll say 4 equal to 2. So something like that we will be doing. Now how to remove this particular, that is the task now. So initially I will make this current the head, and next will be the null, and I will check if current dot next exists. That means current dot next means this one. If it exists, so I will put this in the while loop. In the while loop, I'll check if current dot next exists. If it exists, then I will go through the following task. What task I have to do? First thing what I have to do is I have to point this next to this one. So I will say next equal to current dot next. So this is next. This is current. I will check if next this value, next value, that is 2, exists in this my object. Is it existed in my object? Yes or no? Currently my object is empty. Initially the object is empty. Let me delete this. So my object is empty. It has only 1, which I will add in the beginning, because since we have started with the 1, it has only 1, which I will add in the beginning when adding the current equal to 2, current equal to head. So it has 1. Does the 2 exist in my object? No. So since 2 does not exist in the object, so what we will do, we will add 2 in this object. That is the first thing which we will do. Second thing we will do, we will move the current equal to next. That means current and next will be this one right now. That's it. We have to do two things. One, add it in the object, and we have to move the current to the next. That means current and next right now are pointing to the same element now. Now again the while loop will run. It will check current.next exists. This one? Yes, it exists. So it will run this one. So what is that first task? Next will be the current.next. So the next will point now to here. So this is next, this is current. Now I will check if next dot value, that is this, exists in this object, yes or no. No. Since this next dot value does not exist, I will put that here in this equal to true. And then what I will do? First thing I do this one, and then I change the current to here. So current will point to this one. So N and current are at the same position now. Now again I will check while current.next exists. That means this, yes, it exists. So I'll move the current here. I will say, no, I'll move the next here. I'll move the next here. So next will be current.next. Now I will check whether this next dot value exists in my object, yes or no. Yes, it exists. So how I have to do, I have to go is, I have to change the current.next from here to here. So what I have to do, I have to say current.next is equal to, I have to go, previously current.next was this one, this 3. But since it existed, I will change the current.next is equal to next.next. Next.next means this one. Okay, so current.next will be now pointing to not this one, it will be pointing to this one. And then what will happen? While loop will run again. Current.next, that means this existed or not. Yes, this existed. This existed, so I will say next equal to current.next. Okay, this 2 is duplicate also. So we get confused here. Let me draw one more example. Sorry, because with this example I missed this 2 part. Let me explain you again. I will take only one duplicate now. Otherwise, but the logic will be same. Okay, let's take only one duplicate to prove my point. I have 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay, so 1 is only duplicate, rest all are not duplicate. Here is my object. Initialization, that will be before while loop. I will say current equal to head. This is head. And what I will say, next equal to null. And I will create object and I will put first value current one in that object. So I will say 1 equal to true. Okay, so this is the initialization before while loop. Now I will start with the while loop. I will say while current.next exists. If current.next does not exist, then mean we are at the last point and we don't need to go further. So this is current. Current.next exists? Yes, exists. So I will say next equal to current.next. That next will be pointing to here. Now I will check next dot value. It exists an object? No. So I will add it. And I will move current equal to next. That which current will move here. Then again I will check current.next exists? Yes, it exists. So I will move the next to here. Next will go here. Now I will check next dot value exists in the object? Yes, it exists in the object. When something exists in the object, then what I will do, I will only move current.next to next.next. That means current was pointing here. Now it should point to next element, this one. So how to do that? I will say current dot next is equal to next dot next. So current dot next is pointing to next dot next. So now current is not pointing to this one, current is pointing to this one. Now again I will check whether okay, current is pointing to next dot next. Okay, now what will happen? Let's see. Okay, 1 second, hold on. Let me see now. Okay, yeah, so sorry. Yeah, I was thinking different thing. Okay, so now current was pointing to here and now current will point to here, this one. Now we'll check current dot next exists. No, it does not exist. So we will come out of the while loop. And when we come out of the while loop, when we will check the head, this will be deleted because we pointed this current to directly next and this one was skipped. So current dot next was pointed directly to this point. So this got eliminated in the process. So let's try to do this and see how it goes. Let me do the things manually here first and then we'll write down the while loop. So before going further, let's try to copy this point. Till this point we will copy because this one is same, which we need only the push kind of thing. I created this list and now I will try to add the element. List dot push. First I'll put 1. List dot push 2. List dot push 1. 1 is going 2 times. List dot push 3. Okay, so if I want to see the list dot head, it is 1, then 2, then 1 again, and then 3, and then null. So we have one duplicate, that is it's come 2 times. Now let's see one by one how we will eliminate the 1. So I will write down now without while loop and then we'll see manually first and then we'll see with while loop. Okay. Okay, so let me clear this. The first step is this is the initialization before while loop. So in the initialization, I will say var current equal to head. Current is pointing to head. Right now we have head is the list dot head. So let's create the head first or list dot head. Current is pointing to list dot head. We want to see the current, it is same thing what we have in the head. Same thing. Okay, so we define current equal to head. Another initialization will be var next equal to null. Null will be initially null. And I will create one object. In this object, I will put this current first value, this one number. So I will say current dot val is equal to 2. So object is 1 equal to 2. Current dot val is nothing but this 1. Okay, so we have one line of this next equal to null. I'm writing it here. And just write down here, I'll write it down so that next time when we try to. So what these are the initialization steps which I'm doing. So these are the 3 steps which we have to do. One is current pointing to head. Next is pointing to null. Object is current dot value, that is the one equal to 2 initially. This is the initialization before while loop. Now while loop will start, and what we have to do in the while loop we'll see. So while loop will check if current dot next exists. But since I'm not doing while loop right now, this is a manual step, I will check if current dot next. Console.log, yes. So I will display this yes if current dot next exists. Generally it will come in the while loop, but here I have to do manually, so I am using if to check if it exists. Yes, if it exists, that means we go inside the while loop, and the while loop will say next should point to current dot next. So if we see, next is at point number 2 and current is at the point number 1. So current is here, next is here. Now I will say if object so we have to check the next dot value in the object if, because current one is already there in this, so it doesn't matter, we should check this one, we have to check the next one. So I have to say if next dot wall, if it exists, then we will do something, and if it does not exist, we will do something. So else 2 existed in the object? No, that means we are going to else condition, because 2 is not in the object. So in the else condition, I will say, I will create a value in the object. I will say next dot wall equal to 2. That means 2 will be added in this object. And one more line I will say, now I will move the current to next. We have to move the current to next, so that we should go further. And current and next will be at the same position. So I'll say current equal to next. So this else condition comes only when object of value does not exist. But what will happen if object of next value exists in this object? So that means we are here, let me delete all. One, two, one, 3. So let's say if we are here, current is here, next is here, and I check next dot wall exist in the object. Okay, so next dot wall exists in the object, then what we have to do? We have to say current dot next is equal to, it was pointing to this, but we have to point to this. So what we have to say here, if object exists, I have to say just one thing, current dot next equal to next dot next. That is the one line statement. Let me copy this point. I'll just save here somewhere, though it is not in the proper place. Just I am saving it here. Okay, let's run this line of the code. So when I run this line of code, let's see what is the value of current. Current is pointing to now 2. What is next? Next is also pointing to 2. Both are at the same position. Your current moves 1 point and next is at the same point which he was. Now again I will check if current dot next exists or no. Yes, it exists. Now again I will check whether object of next. Okay, once the current dot exists, we have to say next equal to current dot next. So we have to move the next to next point. So I'll say next equal to current dot next. Now next is pointing to 1 and current is pointing to 2. next is pointing to 1, current is pointing to 2. Now this 1 will be already in the object, so we have to point this to this. So now I will check if object dot next dot wall exists, then we have to say current dot next equal to next dot next. So let's put it, enter it this here. So now we will see current. Current is pointing to 2. Current is pointing to 2, and current dot next should be, what should be the current dot next? What should be the current dot next now? I'll say current dot next equal to next dot next. Current was here and next was here. And I said current dot next equal to next dot next. So what should be the current dot next? Whether it will be this or that. 1 or 3? 1 or 3? 3. Because we pointed current dot next equal to next dot next. So it is pointing to 3. Now again I will check if current dot next exists or no. It exists. Current dot next exists. So what I will do? I will point next to the current dot next. Okay, so this is something we have to do. Next equal to current dot next. So now if we see current equal to 2 and next is equal to 3. Now again I have to run this part. So now 3. We will check next dot 3. This one. Is this existed in the object? 3 is existed in the object, yes or no? No, we will see object. Object is having only 1 and 2. So that means this part will not come. We will be going in the next part. Next part means it will create 3 in this object. And current will be pointing to next. That means current will be pointing to 3. Okay, so now current will be 3 and next is also 3. Now we'll check again if current dot next exists or no. The answer is no. That means we will come out of the loop and we will see what is the head. So head is 1, 2, then 3 and null. 1 is gone. Because of this step, we deleted the one point. We deleted this point and we directly pointed this to this. So this got deleted. Okay, so we will return this head. So let's complete the code now. So these 3 initialization is done, and then I will start with the while loop. In the while loop, I will check if current dot next exists or no. And if it exists, first step is we have to point the next. So I'll say next equal to current dot next. And then I have to put this if condition. If object of next value exists, then we point current dot next equal to next dot next. If it does not exist, I create that and I put current equal to next. And in the end, let's return this list. Let's try to run this one. I'll create few 1. I'll say 1, 2, 1, 3. And then I'll say remove duplicate of list. And then whatever is there, I will just say console.log of this one. Maybe I can return the, maybe I can pass head and return the head. Let's pass the head instead of this one. Head is directly we are talking because we don't need any of the list functions. So let's use the head and return the head. And here I'll set it, let's not hit. Let's run this one. Okay, so we have node 1, 2, and 3. All are gone, duplicate is gone. So till this, you already have just try to write down this function. So write down this and then do practice 10 times this problem after the class. Okay. So you are done with this one. Let's. Okay. So for today, linked list part is over. Let's start doing some React stuff for a few minutes. And so we created what we created in the master. We have the routing in number 4. I told you we will be doing the website for the movie. So this is the layout 4, and this is the 4. Okay, so yeah, so let's do some of the movie stuff. So before going further, I will be doing few minutes today this React part. Okay, so this is my website 4. I will be doing movie part there in the website 4. Let's delete the folder file. Okay, so we have the home. I'll create one more file, that is create.jsx, where I will create the record. So it will have only create, home, and one will be the admin page. Okay, only 3 pages will be there, and we will try to fix everything in this 3 main page there, but there will be some small sub pages which we may create. These are the 3 main pages. This is admin page, this is create page, this is home page. Let's create the routing for each one. This will be committed, so you can check that in the master folder under my branch. Under the master, I will commit it. You can copy from there if you want. This is admin, this is create, and I will create 3 routes. One is the home route, and another one is create route. Another one will be admin route. So if I want to edit also, then I will use the create route, and I will do same thing in the create. So if I have edit, by passing that ID, the movie ID, I will be able to edit it. So I'll also call the create function only. So we have the path, edit, create, admin, and the home. In the app.js, I will point to routing 4. Okay, let's see now how it looks. So we have the home here, and if I go to create, it's the create page, edit, it's the edit page, and admin, it's the admin page. Okay, so we have few pages. Let's build the create page quickly, and then we'll go further. So create should have the form to add the records, and what should become what we have in the form. First is the movie name. Okay, so let's create. Okay, let's see. So first is the movie name. So it will be text box. Be this one. So let's create a grid part and then put it inside the grid. So first let's say grid. So this is a grid container and I have to put the grid inside it. So this is the grid, import grid. Okay, so I may put 12 if I want the full length, and if I want half, I will put 6. So for the access with small devices, I will always put 12. Okay. And for the medium device, I will put, right now I'll put 12, but then I will change as per my convenience. Okay, so inside grid, I will put the text field. Okay, so this is the text field. I have to import the text field. I don't need ID. Label will be movie name. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have the movie name. It's not taking the full width. It's taking the only small portion of the width. Let's make it full width. So now it's taking the full width, but it is too big. I don't need so much big one. So maybe I'll create in the layout. I have this one. Okay, so let's copy this thing. But with this, here it is maximum XL, and I don't need that XL. I need small one. Or I can create rapid div style. I'll say max width equal to 900 pixels, or I'll say only 900. Then also it's same. Okay, so it's taking this much space. I can center it, but right now let's make it on the left side, and then we'll center it also. Okay, so this is the movie name. Let's see what we have next. Description. For description, we need a rich text editor. So like we have created here in the campaign, this rich text area, something like that, we have to get this one. And we need button also. Okay, so let's get this too. So I don't know whether this is correct or not. So how to confirm it? I will delete this and I will check what is coming here. So if you see here, widget is not coming. That means that path is not right. I will go one back level and I will check here. Here widgets is coming. That means this is the right path. Okay, in that it was 3, but here we have only 2. Okay, so make sure you have the proper path in that one. Okay, so let's build that one. Description, below it, description. So how to use it? Let's see how to use it. So this is the rich text area. Okay. So here I don't have the handle change function right now. So let's put dummy function. Right now I don't have value. So just put this one. Right now I don't have error. So I'll just put false helper text. I don't have anything right now. I don't need helper text now. Okay, let's see. We got a description here. Let's see what we have more. So these two things are there, and we will add actors, director, music director, producer here. So as I explained you in one diagram, so we will try to like this one. So first we'll put year. Year is simple, just the text one. Let's try to put year similar to this one. Let's see, year is year. Okay, so what else? Year, we will put all this in some time. Rating will be given by the people. Comment will be on the separate page. I want links. Links may be, I can add multiple links for it. So one will be the YouTube link, one will be the Vimeo link, because sometimes some movie does not work in one link or in another, so we need to put the links also. Okay, so to put the links, I will create one text box and I will name it as links. So inside this grid, I will create another grid with two, or I can create grid here, two grid here. Okay, let's create two grid here only, six. Okay, one grid more. Here I'll put button to add the link. So here I will say add link. Okay, add link. I'm trying to increase the height. I don't like this one. Okay, I want to put height of 55 so that it should look same height. So how can I put height on this button? So if I go to button, I will go to the button API and see how can I put my custom style. So custom style I have to put inside the SX. So here in the button I will add one SX equal to one object. In object I will say height equal to 55. Okay, so that is what I am trying to see, and we'll see if it is working. See, it's working right now. I just want to make the height as my text box. So when I try to put these links here, when I click add link, it should go into my state variable and I will be able to see all the links coming for this one. So let's try to do this. When I click add, I should be able to see the link here. So to display the link, I will use the list box. Let me see which one I should take. Try to see this one. This is a comment icon, but I don't need this comment icon. I will use another one. Okay, let's try to use this list box. Let's create another component to display the list. Show links. I'm just creating. So we don't need checkbox. So I'll delete the checkbox part. Handle toggle. I don't need this on click of handle toggle. Okay, so let's get the icon button and what we need comment icon. I don't need comment icon. I want link icon so that user can click it and go to that link. Let's go to material icon. Let's try to find some icon. Let's use this one. Okay, and I'll call this show links here. I'll create another grid. Okay, right now I have hard-coded values, but as soon as user will put it here, add link, it will come here. Let's see if we get go and have this whole width. Right now it's not going to hold width. Okay. So see, saying max width of 360, this UL. If I remove it, it goes to whole link. And if I keep this, okay, let's remove the whole one and let it go to this one, max width. So I want max width to be 100% kind of thing. Let's put 100%. For right now, I'll keep it like this only. This whole area is also not looking good. Okay, so let's have this here only for now. Then we'll see, we can make it full also. So as soon as user will put it, add link, I will put it here and user can click it and see it whether this link is working. And if it is working, he can watch this movie there. And these links can not only be the links for the direct movie, but it can be Wikipedia of it or something, anything, whatever they want. Okay, so next will be what? So we are done with movie, Bahubali, and description, and this is something we will build like this one. Okay, category. So category will be multi-select, and we have multiple items there. Let's get the select box. Multi, where is multi, this one. I can select multiple categories. So let's create another component for categories, and I will return whatever they have written. I will get the names for now category. I'll change these names to the categories which I like. So we have the use theme. Let's copy everything. I will move this category to another file, but right now I'm putting it here for now. I'm not changing any of the default functionality. Whatever they have shown, I'm just using that one. Only thing I need to change the functionality. That is right now. It is only just we're calling this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we will call this category. I will change this category details later on when time will come. Right now, just need to put the category. Create one grade. Let's do category before the links. Okay, category is here. I want this full width. So width is saying 300. Let's make it 100%. Okay, it's going till here, but I see there is a space here which I don't need because of this margin. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, maybe it's not getting the space. Let's move the category up a little bit. It's not getting the proper space. Let's put it after the name. Okay, now category is here. I can add multiple categories. And let's put it as a category, not the name. Still coming at name. Okay, so I'm getting it. So right now I'm just using their multiple, but when I try to use it really, then at that time I will see if I'm able to do this properly. Otherwise, I need to do a lot of changes on this component, which we'll see once I reach to that point. Okay, so we have the movie name, category. It may be, let's change the category. First will be the action movie. Next will be documentaries. I will fill all this name in from the Netflix. Right now I'm just putting few, which I remember. Thrillers. And then I will put science. Okay, only this one. I will add all from the Netflix later. Right now I have few. Okay, so that's about this form. Let's try to see if we missed this part, right? This part is missing. One is the text field. We need two text field. One will be called as the, maybe one will be called as actor or director or music director. Another will be text field and the button. So three fields should be there. In actor, I can put whatever I want this one, right? So something like that. So here we have two. For this we need three fields. Okay, let's do it. So right now we have the two. Let's copy this. And here we need three. So one is 4. Here will be, I will say, cast type. Actors, directors, etc. And I will copy this. Maybe I will think of some better name for giving some better name. Right now I just put some name, but I will try to put some better name. Okay, so it will be cast type actor director. I can say actor. Maybe I'll say Dharmendra. I can comma separate, or I can put one by one value. I can do both the ways. And here will be the add cast. And the cast will also be listed like we have show links. I will call the show cast. Right now copy these links only, but I will be changing to cast. When I go to detail of it, I will change this to cast something. So here once you add this one, you will see actor Dharmendra, actor Amitabh Bachchan, whatever you want to put, you can put. Let's put one button at the bottom to submit. Maybe I click save. I don't need height for this one. Okay, save. Maybe I'll add one more button. Cancel. So this will be the form. This is complete form. So initially user will put like this, and when anyone can edit this. Okay, so it's not that I put something, but name will be finalized. So if I put some name, for example, Pushpa, Hindi dubbed movie, for example, like this, then they cannot change it. So once the name is created, it is fixed. You cannot change it. You can add multiple categories. You can remove categories, description. So anyone on the website can edit it. So, but once they will edit it, there is an admin, which is me. I will check whether they have properly edited it, it's correct or not, and I will approve it. Okay, so that approval process will come. So once someone will click save, even it is a new one, it will go for the approval process. Then I will check it whether it's correct or links are proper. If link is bad or some advertisement, I will just disapprove it. So this is how the things will work. So I have created this form page. Maybe we may need more fields in the future if we want, but if we don't want, this is the good place to start. Okay, so next time we will try to save this in the state variable, and I will also bifurcate this into different file. Categories will go in its own file, show links will go in its own file, and create is currently in the right page. So that's what it's pending. Let me commit it, and then you can copy it from here. Any questions? That's all for today. So this project is called the Remedy Finder. So what exactly, you can also start working in this, at least create one page. So here the user will log in and he will come to the page, create page. In the create page, he will review or he will describe his remedy. So what is remedy? He will say he was suffering from, for example, high blood pressure. This is about medical website, high blood pressure. So he will say he was having the problem of high blood pressure. This is called a disease diagnosis. Or anything, whatever they diagnose it. It can be, if you have multiple disease, just you create different form. So for particular one form, you have to put only one disease. And then you will say what remedy you have taken. So in the remedy, you will first put the treatment type. In the treatment type, you will choose whether you have used, allopathy or acupuncture or Ayurvedic or naturopathy, or whatever it is, whatever you have chosen the treatment. So you can choose only one treatment at one time, because you are trying to give review for this remedy, whether this treatment worked for you or not. If it worked for you, other people will also try it. That's the reason we are making this form. And then what medicine you have taken. So let's say you have taken allopathy. So you will say you have tried medicine X, medicine Y. So whatever medicine you have taken, you have put it, each medicine, and you will put the description. This is the next project I will be doing. After this movie maker, I will start working on this one also. So if you can fill this form, then my work will be reduced. Otherwise, I will quickly build it soon in few weeks. Okay, so description. You have to describe how you, what you suffered, how you have taken this medicine, how it affected you, whether you got cured or you just got improvement. So you describe in detail what happened to you. And then you will give whether results. Results means you will say whether you got cured. You have to say yes or no. Whether it was temporarily improved. Answer is yes or no. So something you will give your result improvement or no improvement. Yes or no. Okay, so this is the result. So for example, this is the something disease which allopathy has no permanent relief. So you can say temporarily improve. But there are some diseases where, let's say you put fracture. In fracture, people get cured permanently. So you can say cured permanently. So what will happen? This is a simple form. We can add more fields, but right now I only think this much. So what will happen now? Let's say person A got relief from it. Person B will same problem. He will see what other people have taken it and whether they got relief or not. And if they got relief, I will also take same medicine. I may get relief also. Or he can consult his doctor also. But this is at least he will get idea what people are taking nowadays. Okay, so this is the form you can build whenever you have time. Okay, any question?